Hello and welcome to Jazz Guitar Lessons Berlin. I'm Tina Jeckel and today I'd like to share my practice process with you. So my practice routine at the moment, I start with something that is really fun to me, that I really like a lot, and that's playing the piano. I have been playing the piano in the past, but I stopped and now I rediscovered it, and I also discovered a YouTube channel from Jeff Schneider. I'm going to link to it below. He's such a great saxophone player actually, and piano player and teacher, and it's very inspiring. He showed me how you can play neo-soul piano voicings in the style of Robert Glasper, and I really have a lot of fun doing that. The second thing that I do is I actually warm up. Most of the time I pick one phrase from a bebop theme and I count out the triplets. Then I continue with working on my basics. So at the moment I'm working on playing scales all over the fretboard. I'm working on the diminished scale, and I found a video from Nir Felders, to which I'm going to link below as well, where he's talking about his practice routine, about practicing scales. And one thing that always did hold me back about practicing scales on the whole fretboard was my fear of not practicing in the right fingerings. With which fingerings should I play a scale? You know, there's so many concepts like 3 notes per string, 4 notes per string, always shift with the index finger, etc. pp. And there's so many possibilities, and I always try to stick with one, and then I found myself not using it or changing the fingering all the time. And that's exactly what Nir Felders does, and which helped me so much, because he is just like playing the scales up and down the neck and then playing some sequences, playing the scales in thirds and fourths, but then it's more about hearing where the scales go, the finger go there where they are supposed to go, and not to think about fingerings. So last but not least, I practice about 10 minutes of technique. At the moment I'm practicing a tremolo exercise, so I'm just playing 16th notes, for example, on the high E string. I either start with a downstroke or an upstroke, and what I do, what is a lot of fun, is I use the speed upper. It's part of the metronome that I use. You can put in a time frame, and then you can put in from which tempo to which tempo you want to practice. So let's say you can say, I'm going to practice for 3 minutes, and the metronome is going to accelerate from 100 beats per minute to 140. And so you just have to keep up with the metronome, and while you're practicing your technique, you don't have to stop and put the metronome on a higher tempo. Then it's time for a coffee break. I go and get myself some coffee. So in the break, I'm not checking on my social media feed, looking at some YouTube videos. I started reading again, because I find that I get so much information from all the things that I see that it makes it harder for me to focus. I'm not checking my social media apps, so I deleted them and I'm uploading them at the moment once per week. But for me it totally works, because I feel that I have much more focus. I'm much clearer, and that's so important for me. I really want to spend the time that I have with the guitar in a very focused state of mind. Then the second half, very quickly, I will do a transcription, 20 minutes. At the moment I'm transcribing the theme of Jazz Crimes from Redman. Then I'm improvising for another 20 minutes. At the moment I'm revisiting jazz standards like Stella by Starlight, or All the Things You Are, that I've been playing for a very long time. The last exercise is I use the playlist I have on my iPhone. There are 10 to 15 songs on that playlist, which is called Session, and there are songs on it that I don't know by heart or don't know at all and that I want to learn, and I put the playlist on shuffle mode and then I just play along. Plus I set a timer on the iPhone that rings after 10 minutes. Yeah, that's more or less all that I do at the moment. I would really like to know how your practice process evolves. What are you practicing? Which exercises do you like? You can write it all down in the comment section. Let me know which topics for a new video would interest you. and hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!